The Games begin, zweite Session des European Darts Matchplay 2017 und wir starten mit einem Mann aus England. Aktuell ist er die Nummer 138 der Welt und er trat vor 2 Jahren vor allem mal in den Mittelpunkt, als er im World Youth Championship Finale stand und dieses Finale damals knapp gegen Max Hopp verlor. Inzwischen ist er 25 Jahre alt. Herzlich willkommen, the Nathan Aspinal! Nathan Aspinal tritt in dieser Erstrundenpartie gegen einen Landsmann an. Ein Mann, der im Januar dieses Jahres sich die Tourcard in der Qualifying School sichern konnte. Aktuell steht er bereits auf Weltranglistenplatz Nummer 91. Auch ihn begrüßen wir herzlich hier in Hamburg, Chris Quantock. Best of 11 Legs heißt die Distanz hier auf der European Tour, einschließlich bis zum Finale. Man braucht also 6 Legs, um in die zweite Runde einzuziehen. Und der Caller dieses ersten Matches ist George Noble.
Well, welcome back to Hamburg for the European Darts Matchplay, the happy bet European Darts Matchplay at that. We've had 8 games this afternoon, 8 players booking their place in the second round of action of this 3-day tournament, £25,000 to the winner. Tonight we've got 8 more matches for you and 8 more second round spots up for grabs. Undoubtedly the game of the night has to be Vincent van der Voort, the former UK Open finalist, against the 2-time world champion Adrian Lewis. But it doesn't begin and end there, far from it. Big John Henderson's here, taking on Mike Holtz, one of the host nation qualifiers. Not been a good day for the Germans so far.
Nathan to throw first. Game on.
Max Hopp and Martin Schindler, the 2 Germans playing this afternoon, both of them knocked out. It's down to Mike Holtz and Eric Tautfest. A new name on the European Tour, but 2 depressingly familiar names in the commentary box for you for this one. Dan Dawson and Paul Nicholson. For the opening game, Nathan Aspinal and Chris Quantock. Quantock, a man you've run into on the Euro Tour.
Yeah, not that long ago as well. We had an 11-leg battle in Gibraltar. And Chris is going to be up against it the way Nathan Aspinal started here.
Listen to the reception for that opening 180 of the night. Here in Hamburg, the crowd might well have doubled in size from this afternoon.
40.
It is rammed in here.
Sergio Ramos.
96. Nathan, you require 100.
Well, already I can see a marked difference in the technique of Nathan Aspinal from the last time that I saw him, which was at Saarbrücken.
40.
I think he's employing the Gary Anderson technique of aiming the first one and the next 2 just let them fly. Seems to be working so far.
100.
Well,
Nathan, you require 64.
this for a hold of throw. He knows he's got 2 visits to see off the 64. May only need 2 darts. Double 4.
60.
Oh, now then, that opens the door. Quantock not on a finish, but Aspinal is making life a little bit awkward for himself.
99. Nathan, you require 4.
Double 2. Just next to it. Just next to it and up a bit.
No score.
Well, you said it was
Nathan, you
awkward.
require 84.
Now it's doable for Quantock if he can hit 14 bull. Bullseye to nick it.
59.
He almost
Nathan, you
did.
require 4.
Had his hand in his wallet, but he couldn't take the 20 out. Now, can he hit double 2 this time?
Double 1 will do.
No score.
Wow.
Nathan, you require 25.
Nathan Aspinal flying out the blocks and then just unable to kill this off. Double 8 for Quantock. Daylight robbery.
21. Nathan, you
Nobody
require
wants to win the first
4.
leg of the session. Crowd are getting involved now, having a little bit of a... Hello? Can you hit it? Yes, you can. There it is.
Second Chris to throw first. Game on.
And I was just about to say, Dan, that if Nathan Aspinal had lost that leg,
60.
it could be cancerous for his performance tonight.
It was one of those legs where if you lose that, you not only lose the next leg, but you might lose the next 5.
Yeah.
because he'd done everything right for the first 3 visits of that, and then it all got a little bit messy, and then it got ridiculous, and in the end he's got away with it.
100.
That's not really going to trouble Quanny either, because that was a bonus leg if he'd have nicked that one. There's a little bit in the back of your mind though, thinking
134.
Should have had it.
Oh, now then. Oh, just deflecting out. A maximum would have got him down to a finish, but Aspinal's giving himself a chance here. He should leave a finish himself. Needs to make sure he stays straight. And he does do that.
We've already seen a 170 today. It was an absolute perler today from Max Hopp. Didn't do much good though.
No, that was as good as it got for Max Hopp. That put him 2-0 up, and then he ended up losing 6-2.
You recall 170.
Against Mike De Decker. Oh, for a 2-0 lead? Great setup though, and Quantock looking at 120. A little bit tricky. Oh, fantastic. Just lacked a bit of conviction, that, didn't it? Just sort of didn't have the power, seemed a bit limp. 9.
18.
Trouble on the doubles for the Asp.
10 for Quantock, 5. Gets this, 1-0, and a few missed doubles. Got to get them out of their minds pretty smart, because these kids, and I emphasize kids, are getting on with it. I like to say it, this is a good old-fashioned young tear-up.
Okay, I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
Yeah, 2 really good young players.
96.
When you look at matches like this on the Euro Tour, you think the game's in pretty good hands, isn't it?
Well, this is it. I mean, Nathan Aspinal is a former World Youth finalist, but he's just past the age where he can't play development tour. Chris Quantock, the same. He's too old for development tour, but they're still men in their mid-20s, and they've got a potentially long career ahead of them. But Aspinal doesn't even have a tour card at the minute. Chris Quantock's only just got one. So they're still some way off the higher echelons at which they're aiming.
131.
But they're both capable of playing some very good darts, as we've seen already this year, and this would be good, wouldn't it? Well, 18. We're leaving double top.
Yeah, classy setup from the Asp. And the fact he hasn't got a tour card is unbelievable. He beat me on the first day at Q School.
42.
Was it Nathan who did?
Yeah, and then I thought, well, he's got to get one. And he didn't even get one. It was absolutely shocking. 10 no. Q School was months ago. Now it's 10. Oh, what a lovely adjustment. Well, George Noble is having to get those tonsils tickling pretty quickly, because these kids are not hanging around.
Yeah, I know. Get Scatman John on there to call this one if it gets any quicker. Only the one meeting between these two in the past. Nathan Aspinall nicked that. That was back in October 2015 on the development tour. Back when they were eligible to play that. Won that one 4-1, but it's fair to say that a couple of years on from that, Chris Quantock has developed as a player. He's still only ranked 91 in the world, but then again, he's only had these first few months of this year to work his way up.
60.
And he's done so with some impressive performances. He's had little runs here and there. Last 16 at a UK Open qualifier. He's looked in little flashes like he's got something to offer. And it's just taken a little while for him to find his feet and be able to do that on a regular basis. But you can't expect everybody who steps up to the big leagues for the first time to just hit the ground running. It's not how it works.
That's true. In qualifying, he took out Kevin Payne to 6-1.
60.
And he took out Ross 12 6-0. So he lost one leg in qualifying. And from someone who has done a lot of qualifiers over the last few years, that is incredibly impressive.
100.
Well, I mean, Nathan Aspinall, nobody got close to beating him. He wasn't quite as convincing, but he did have to win the 3 games. Saw off Matthew Dennant, Mark Barilli, and then Mark Webster 6-3. Recent World Cup finalist, Mark Webster. Oh, look at this.
120.
Just the 120, an extra 20 points there.
117.
Or the full 60 would have made a big difference. Needs to find treble 19. Doesn't do it, so this for a first break of throw in this game. Nathan Aspinall looking at 68. He'll be frustrated not to be looking at 48 or just 8. Got to put that to the back of his mind. Double 16. And there it is. No problem on the doubles this time around for the Asp. It is a first break of throw, first bit of daylight between these two, and double 16 puts him 3-1 up.
And the first real crisp finish. Hasn't been any messing on that. And with a 68, a professional dart player expects to take it, because they come across that finish an awful lot and they practice it so much. They should have a feel for it. However way they go, whether it's treble 12 or treble 20.
Well, Quantock having to dig deep and fight back, and that's a perfect start to this leg.
I've noticed that Aspinal's gone back to his old rhythm. He was a bit more fluid in the first leg. He was just letting them go. He's gone back to aiming all three darts now.
Yeah, you wonder if it was a bit of adrenaline in the Asp when he came bouncing out for his walk-on.
Well, he obviously just couldn't get enough.
Because that's his walk-on. That's why he said that. He's funny. He's very good. Very good.
Oh, now then. Well, okay. He leaves himself 99. Treble 20 for Bull. Not a million miles away, but the bullseye was there.
99.
Tops, it has to be, doesn't it? Well, it was neither hither nor thither.
40.
I'm not sure what he was going for there, but I know exactly what Nathan's going for. And it's right in the middle of it. 4-1 to the Asp.
And getting better. That is a 13 dart leg from Nathan Aspinal, looking like the former world youth champion that he is. Winner of this takes on Cristo Reyes, the number 15 seed. A man who's been in very good form, it has to be said. He's perhaps not got the rewards that his players deserved over the course of the European Tour over the last 18 months or so.
140.
Darren Webster and Dirk van Dijvenbode the game on after this, and it might not be very long because Nathan Aspinall has raced into a 4-1 lead here. These two aren't hanging around, and Quantock has just got to find something which so far has eluded him.
140.
Do you get the feeling, Dan, that both of these lads are comfortable playing a quick game?
Yeah, they certainly seem happy to, and at the minute Nathan Aspinall looks a little bit more comfortable. That's a third maximum. The 161's not going to go for Quantock. The 164 is the opportunity for Aspinall. Treble 20, treble 18 Bull, or two treble 19s. It'll be the latter, I think.
Two treble 19s indeed. Back upstairs.
58.
So 101. Lots of choices here. Conventional 61st. Treble 19. Aspinall's back for 106.
49. Nathan Unicorn 106.
For a killer blow. The 106. Could well be. Giving himself the chance. Doesn't quite take the chance. Misses a dart for a 5-1 lead. Will it come back to haunt him?
Tops for Quanny. To stay in it, really. He does it.
7th leg Nathan to throw first. Game on.
Well, it was curtains, really, you would think.
Yeah.
If he'd have lost that leg. You never know in this game.
No, you don't. We've seen some very strange games this afternoon, I have to say. I mean, Martin Schindler, Andy Hamilton went the distance. You had no idea who was winning that, but it looked for all the world like it was going to be Schindler for a while. Max Hopp was brilliant for 2.5 legs against Mike De Decker and then lost 6-2. Andy Jenkins, Jimi Hendrix defies explanation.
60.
It was a game of 3/3, essentially. Jimmy bossing it, Andy Jenkins coming back and Hendricks looking dead and buried, and then somehow 100. It all turned again.
Yeah, Cantelli against Alcindor.
That was very similar.
That was a game of 3 halves.
Yeah. Very, very odd. What will we get 59. This evening? Likes of Stephen Bunting, former world champion. Former Euro Tour finalist John Henderson on the way.
I said it earlier, Kenny Nairns for me. Can't wait to watch him play. No. Him against Stephen Bunting for me is the one I'm waiting for the most. I know that a lot of people want to watch Vincent against Adrian Lewis, but sometimes you just want to see someone get on that stage who hasn't got a great deal of experience, someone with a little bit of a reputation, and see what they've got. These lads on stage right now have been in that position before.
95.
But they've got a bit more experience, and they're wanting to kick on.
60.
Now, this is an opportunity for Quantock. Can he seize it? Oh, not as much as he would have liked.
64.
He will hate that 5. He will absolutely despise it. Because Nathan can leave something quite handy.
96.
And that'll do. He's already taken 68 in this match. But if he'd hit that treble, he would have had a shot at the bull.
91. Nathan, you require 68.
Well, big pressure on this 68. Took it out cleanly last time around. Could do it in 2 darts here. Great guide, surely. Yeah, really good stuff. A brace of 68 checkouts from Nathan Aspinal. They've probably been the highlights of this game so far.
They've really been the difference, haven't they? Really good, clean, crisp finishing.
Yeah, 1 to get the break and put him 3-1 up. 1 there under serious pressure to put him 1 leg away from a place in the second round to face Cristo Reyes.
46.
Aspinal doesn't seem to have... He's always had a very sort of strange little hop when he throws. He goes up on his front leg, a bit like James Wade does, but it's even more pronounced with Nathan. It doesn't seem to be quite as pronounced at the minute. And he practically pogos around the stage when it's at its worst, although that was quite pronounced, has to be said.
I've got to say, I think it's something that he will have to address at some point.
85.
I used to teach an academy in Frankfurt, and someone asked me, how do you stop it? And I just stood on his foot for half an hour. He stopped doing it.
That work?
Yeah, it really does work.
I know. He spent 3 days in hospital afterwards, but he stopped doing it.
Here's a good story for you. There was
135.
a dart player in Australia by the name of Sean Reid who played at the World Championships once. And he played a lot of darts in Japan, and he got someone to whip the back of his leg every time he hopped. He stopped doing it after about a week because he didn't want to get whipped anymore.
I can understand that. Double 12 for Quantock. And there it is, an 81 checkout for a 15 darter. That's 1 of the 4 consecutive legs he needs. But 2 of the 3 remaining will have to come against the throw.
One thing we will say on this coverage is that we don't condone the use of weaponry or tactics like that when it comes to coaching. But
no, we don't. Stay safe, kids.
83.
I mean, this is coming from a man, Paul Nicholson, who's just admitted to physically abusing a child to help his darts.
99.
But, you know. Hey, look. It's fine by me.
100.
Well, Chris Quantock can still win this game, but he's going to have to go now. He's going to have to pray as well that Nathan Aspinal starts missing trebles, which it doesn't seem like he's going to do.
Yeah, picking up 1 treble per visit in this leg, and that might well be enough, because Quantock... Well, that's a 2 treble visit, gives him a sniff, but he's not down to a finish. Aspinal knows he's got 6 darts from here for the match, and a second win over Chris Quantock in his career. And that's great stuff from Nathan Aspinal. He's taken out a couple of 68 finishes. If he can take out a 74, that is done and dusted.
Well, I've been impressed with the rhythm, the composure, and the aggression, actually, of Nathan Aspinal. Is he just going to finish it now? Why not? 6-3 it is to the Aspinal. 2 young men have really brought their game tonight and started this session absolutely sensationally. Great game. Very impressed, this crowd, this rammed crowd here in Hamburg tonight for the European Darts Matchplay. And we will be back very, very shortly for Darren Webster against Dirk van Dijvenbode. Stick with us, we'll get a few words with Nathan Aspinal just now. We'll see you soon.
Das war eine ziemlich schnelle erste Partie. Applaus für Chris Quantock. Und natürlich auch für Nathan Aspinal, der dieses Match gewonnen hat. Nathan, congratulations. That was a fast game, as I just said. That was a good one.
Yeah, he throws like me, like momentum. It wasn't the best game. We're good mates, me and Chris. I think we both got a bit nervous, but I'm happy with the win.
Is it easier to play a young gun, or is it easier to play an older player? I'm thinking of the rhythm of the game. The older ones, yes, are slower then.
See, the younger lads, we all throw fast. Big scorers. I don't know, us young lads, we play each other so many times on the youth tour and stuff like that, and we know each other's game, but I'm just happy to get over the line today.
Yeah, Krista Reyes is waiting tomorrow. Yeah. He's a tough one.
He's a good player, a very, very good player. I'm gonna have to step my game up, but I won my first game now. I can go and relax and get ready for tomorrow.
That's cool. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Nathan Aspinal.